Boys and girls, settle down. We've got a guest speaker today. Please put your hands together for the head of maths at Hollywood Comedy Club, Mr. Taylor!
Hello.
Hello.
Well, as you know, you're all here today because recently you all failed your GCSE maths jokes exam, didn't you? And you've all been invited here today to this revision class, so we can make sure that that doesn't happen again when you take the exam next time. Is that right? You're acting as though you don't know why you're here. You're all here because you failed your GCSE maths jokes exam, yeah? And so what I'm going to do in this lesson really is spend an hour just taking you through some practice questions, the kind of thing you might see on the exam, kind of answers that you might want to put if, when you retake it. Does that sound like a good idea? Yeah, this is the kind of enthusiasm I kind of expect from a revision class, isn't it? This is what I'm used to seeing, and gaps on the front row and all this. People wanting to sit at the back. It's the fact that you sit at the back is probably why you failed your exam the first time. This is going to cover all three strands of the GCSE maths jokes course. I won't spend much time on this slide because it's got no jokes on it. But it covers the first strand, joke knowledge, the second one, joke analysis. So you're supposed to know joke, you're supposed to be able to say what's good, what's bad about a joke. And then the third one, which is joke construction. You may be asked in the exam to write a maths joke or to finish a partially completed maths joke. And hopefully by the end of this session, you'll have some idea how to do that. So let's get started. So question one, why was 6 scared of 7? Does anybody know the answer?
7, 8.
Because 7, 8, 9, that's right. So this is a standard maths joke, the kind of thing that they often put as question 1 on the paper. Expect question 1 to be pretty straightforward, 1 mark, just a recall of a standard answer, because 7, 8, 9. Yep, good stuff. Alternatively, some people put because 7, 8, 9 with a number 8, that's also acceptable, you would get the mark for that. Some people put this because 7, 8, 9, they write the word 8, like 8. That's a bit strange, isn't it? Why would you do that? It's a pun, isn't it? You're either going to write the number 8 or write the word 8. That is allowed, but you don't want to give the impression early on in the paper that you don't know what you're doing. Because if you give that impression, sometimes people marking it, they're not that experienced, and they might look at that, and a bit later in the paper there might be something where they're thinking, shall I give them the mark or shall I not give them the mark? And they'll think back to that and they'll go, no, they don't know what they're doing. And you won't get the mark. So yeah. Oh no, right. So I just see a new PowerPoint clicker. The part B, slightly more difficult. Why was 69 scared of 70? Does everyone know the answer to that? Anybody know the answer? I literally just put it on the screen for you. So if you are paying attention, that kind of thing might happen occasionally, because nobody read that in the time it was on there. No. Does anybody know it? Does anybody think they've got an answer that might work? Okay, because 69 fought 70 and 71. Yeah. Right, one thing to remember about maths jokes, not all maths jokes are funny. There is a feature of maths jokes, it's the way that they work. Maths, they often use words in a slightly different way to how regular English uses them, and the word joke is one of those. We're expecting this to come up at some point soon. Why was 67 scared? Does anybody know the answer to this? No?
68, 69.
I see, that is a good, I've seen people put that. But no, that's not, the answer is because 44, 8, 9. Now, this is, you might not know the reason for this. The reason for this is because 67 scared sounds a bit like 67 squared, and 67 squared is 4,489. You see how that works? Okay, so you just need to learn that. That is a joke analysis one. Right, so question 2, another short one, near the start of the paper still. What did 0 say to 8? Give your answer in its simplest form. Any thoughts on this one?
Nothing.
Nothing, I see what you're saying, because it's 0, because nothing is a bit of a theme. That's not the answer.
I like your belt.
I like your belt, interesting answer. The actual answer is nice belt. Now, I come back to that because people do put, we have seen things like, that's a nice belt. Because the first mark on this is a 2-mark question. The first mark is for any mention of a belt. So, like you say, I like your belt. Yeah, that's a common thing for people to put. But it only gets the 1 mark along with, why are you wearing a belt? As well. And you know why that only gets the 1 mark? It's because it's not in its simplest form. Simplest form, if you ask for in its simplest form, you've got to write down the version that uses the fewest words possible that gets the information across. Does that make sense? Yeah? Don't forget this, yeah? I mean, you don't need to get 100% on the exam to get a grade 9. So, you know, it's not a disaster. But, you know, you want to try and do as well as you can on each question. Really. Shouldn't really be losing marks on question 2, really. It's, right, so question 3. There's 35 questions, by the way. I asked an odd job man to do 8 jobs for me while I was out. Part A, what did I discover when I got home?
Yeah, I did 7.
You only did 7. Yeah, because 7's odd. It's not the only odd number though, is it, from 1 to 8? You only did 4. Right, yeah, I think if you write he only did 4, you'd need to specify which 4. You might get the one, 1, 3, 5 and 7. He only did jobs 1, 3, 5 and 7. The first mark for that question is if you're on the way to that answer. So like, if you put something like he only did 4 of them, the odd ones, or something, or he only did jobs 1, 3 and 5 and maybe you missed out 7, you'd still get 1 mark for that. When did he do the other jobs?
Eventually.
When you were in? No, that's not the answer. That's not the answer. Any ideas? No? In the evening. Yeah. You got to learn it. Got to remember it. It's only 1 mark. And actually, it's not the only answer that's allowed. Any kind of answer that uses the word even is allowed, like, for example, on Sunday night after evensong. That is allowed. But some people try to be clever and they write 7 o'clock or 11 o'clock because 7 and 11 both contain the word even in them. But they're not allowed because they're both odd numbers. So one general principle to remember is that don't always try to be clever. Don't try to be clever because often that might backfire on you. Right, so let's move on to question 4. Hannah went to a mathematical restaurant for her birthday. She ordered a plate of triangles that cost £10.35. Part A, why is that an appropriate price? It's a triangular number. Yeah, right. So it's not even a joke, is it really? But what this is an example of, right, is what in comedy is called like a pre-joke. The idea is you've got like a part 1 to a joke which is really not funny, right? And that sets the expectations quite low, so that when the second part of the joke comes up, which is still, to be fair, still not that funny, but it seems a lot more funny because you're still thinking about how unfunny the first part was. And it's a bit of a trick, like a psychological trick that comedians use sometimes. So she decided she would like some extra chips with that. How much did those chips cost and why? One person put, he put £11, 11 pence, and I said, why? He said, because the number looks like chips. That wasn't allowed. Do we know? I'll give you a clue. A plate of triangles with some extra chips. That's not really a clue, is it? It's just me reading the question again. But it's just, okay, they cost nothing because all triangles come with 3 sides. So, that was that one. Right, so question 5, we're moving on. Only another 30 to go. So, Zach is asked to explain why the radius of a circle is half of the diameter. Here is his answer. The radius is half the diameter because the diameter is double the radius. What is wrong with his argument? This is part of the second strand, the joke analysis part of the course. What is wrong with that?
It's circular.
It's a circular argument, very good, yeah. Part B, why is this not a very good joke? Because it's not funny. Yeah, why is it not funny? You're getting there, this is good, this is good. You're thinking, right, this is the kind of way we need to approach things. Not just it's not funny, like there's a reason why it's not funny, because really it has all the elements there that you would expect. Like, circular argument, you've got like a phrase that's being used in 2 different ways. It's like in context. So really you could think like, well, man, that should be funny, shouldn't it? But it's not. And why isn't it? Well, I'll tell you the reason why. I think it lacks surprise. Question 6. Question 6. If 2,000 metres is called 2 kilometres and 2,000 grams is called 2 kilograms, part A, what do you call 2,000 mockingbirds? Somebody... Right, I don't know whether the question is funny, whether somebody just immediately thought of the answer and thought, that's... and then changed their mind because it was a short laugh, wasn't it? Short laugh. It's kind of like, oh, it's funny. Oh, no, it's not funny. What's the answer? Anyone?
2 kilo mockingbirds.
2 kilo mockingbirds, very good. And... part B, state any assumptions you have made in your answer to part A. Anything really. The mark scheme says any reasonable suggestion. Sometimes you get that, you can kind of like, you just say something, For example, there are at least 2,000 mockingbirds left in the world. It's as good as anything. Yeah, because mockingbirds did become a bit scarce after the publication of that novel. A lot of people thought that Harper Lee was actually telling them to go out and kill mockingbirds. And it was a bit of a thing for a while back in the 60s. In fact, being misunderstood, it kind of came to be known as the Lee effect. The comedian Stuart Lee often suffers from this as well. I don't know whether you know anything about Stuart Lee. But if you're doing a course on jokes, a GCSE on jokes, you should familiarise yourself with important cultural comedians. Like sometimes this question might come up. State 2 things that the author Harper Lee and the comedian Stuart Lee have in common.
That's fine.
Yeah, they're both named Lee. Very good. Sometimes the obvious answer is the correct one. Don't think, it can't be that. It can't be that. Remember, it's a jokes GCSE exam. So you're supposed to try and... a silly answer is good. Could be they are both people. They both appear in this question. They're both often misunderstood. There's too many points here, isn't there? They both have shunned commercial success in favour of artistic integrity. Which they did. They both did do that. But people find this question quite hard. Unacceptable answers. They both won a Pulitzer Prize. They haven't. They haven't. They were both part of a double act in the 1990s with comedian Richard Herring. They weren't, no. Right, you might think, who on earth would put this? These are real answers that people have put. They were both part of a double act in the 1960s with the author Truman Capote. Stuart Lee was too young for that. Question 7. There are 10 types of people in the world. What are they? Each type is worth 1 mark. The question is out of 2 marks.
Understand binary.
People who understand binary. What's the other type?
Who don't?
And people who don't. Yeah, that's it. Those who understand binary and those who don't. Yeah. By the judging, you sound like the kind of people who don't. Is that? I mean, I would assume that you do come into a show like this. It's yeah. But the thing about this is always pay attention to how many marks the question's out of. Because if it's out of 2, and it says what are they, 2. Look, you see 2 marks. You think I've got to make 2 points. Because if you write 10 things, no matter how good those 10 things are, it's wrong. and more importantly, you'll have wasted a lot of time in the exam, and there's not a load of extra time in the exam. You've got to work fast, right? I don't know whether any of you failed because of that reason. Did this question come up for any of you, and you wrote 10 things? You're not going to admit this, are you, today? Right. Question 8. It has been scientifically proven that birthdays are good for you. The more birthdays you have, the longer you live. How old is Sally and why?
72.
42 is the funniest number, isn't it? 42 is the funniest number. Are we really at this stage in culture where this is this reference is going nowhere? Yeah. How old is Sally? Anyway, that's the first part. How old is she? Why is she 42? Because last year she was 41. Focus on the numbers. Yeah, don't be put off by like the introduction of Sally into the middle of the question. It's a bit of a thing. You can introduce Sally into any situation, and it's just like the most famous one, obviously, is Oasis. Don't look back in anger. Just introduce. If you don't know what to do, just introduce Sally into the situation. In fact, there is a rule. It's called the insertion of a random person named Sally into a situation where a person named Sally was not previously mentioned is a common cultural occurrence. I got this off the internet. ChatGPT said that. So it must be true. It should be considered significant. Examples of random Sallys, yeah, like I said, Don't Look Back in Anger is the most popular one. Mustang Sally, a song, could have been anyone, couldn't it? Just kind of works. Long Tall Sally, songs, old songs. And apparently Dickens did it. He just introduced a random Sally as a comedy character in a book that I haven't read. And there are many others. Can you think of any other Sallys that are randomly cultural?
Cinnamon.
Sorry?
Sally Cinnamon.
Who's that?
That's a Stone Roses song.
Oh, right, okay. I should know that, shouldn't I, really? Okay, Sally Webster. Okay, we've got some late people here. There's 3 seats on the front. This is what happens if you're late.
Hello.
Hello. You're going to be taking this exam in a few years' time. But you know, this is what I like, people preparing for exams.
What's the Sally and Where's the Gummidge as well?
Aren't Sally?
Aren't Sally?
Yeah, there's just Sallys everywhere. It's like a common, yeah. Anyway, question 9. Are we going to get through this? I think we might. An orchestra of 120 musicians take 40 minutes to play Beethoven's 9th Symphony. How long would it take for 60 musicians to play the same symphony?
40 minutes.
Yeah, just 40 minutes is the answer. It's not, there's no trick here. Well, obviously the trick is that you may think this is a question about direct proportionality. And so you might think, well, half the number of musicians, probably be inverse proportional. Nobody picked me up on that, did they? Half the musicians should take twice as long, shouldn't it? It's not half as long, yeah. So, yeah, a lot of confusion here. Did everybody here put 40 minutes? This didn't catch any of you out when this in last year's paper. No, you're okay. Yeah.
I was thinking that if you have 120 musicians, but sharing scores, we should slow them down a bit. If you have 6 musicians, they can have a score each, it'll be quicker.
Oh, I see. This is an interesting idea, isn't it? Like, almost like the more musicians are, There are. The longer it's going to take, because they kind of got to wait for each other or something.
Yeah, the sharing
I'm not playing that note till that other one plays the previous note. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting. There's a lot of depth to these questions, isn't there? You think? Like, yeah. Question 10. If you pick an answer to this question at random from the options listed below, what is the probability that you will get the question right? A, 25%, B, 50%, C, 0%, or D, 25%?
Third.
A third? Which one's that? A, B, C, or D? Are you the third option? What do you mean?
You said from the 4 options, what is the probability you get?
Oh, and you're saying it's the third option? Yeah, but if the third option was right, it's 0%, then the third option can't be right, can it?
No, none of those.
None of those.
There's 25%, so
Yeah.
there's only 3 options, so the probability.
Yeah. What does anybody else think about this? This is only Mark saying he's contributing at the moment, and this is.
It's the first one. It's the first 25%.
It's the first 25%, but not the last one. So it could be A, but not D at the same time. Because if A was correct and then D was correct, that means B is correct, doesn't it? Ah, it's tricky, isn't it? The answer actually is E, 20%. Remember that. It's kind of it's a mixture of recall and construction there, you can see. Right, question 11. If you consider the set of all sets that have never been considered, will it disappear?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Schrödinger's maths.
Schrodinger's maths. Anybody else got any thoughts on this?
Well, you could never be sure you had actually considered all of the sets that have
Yeah.
been considered.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But it's not you don't have to consider all the sets that are in the set, it's just the set itself. Well, actually, I'll read what it says in the guide, because there is the maths jokes, GCSE maths jokes revision guide is available. I do have some of these with me, actually. I bought some. You can be able to buy one at the end of the show if you like. It's got all the questions in and all the answers. So serious students should have one, really. So where are we? Question 11, yeah. It says this means the set of all sets which has never been considered is no longer a set that has not been considered if you consider it. So we essentially have a set that at the same time has been considered and has not been considered. The set is not what it is. This is a problem, particularly for the kind of people who like to use the phrase, "it is what it is." And this is one of the reasons why mathematicians generally do not use that phrase, yeah. So, question 12. Oh, the answer is no, by the way. That's what we think it is. We think it is. Most mathematicians think the answer is no. Because the set was considered... I've totally messed this up, haven't I? Right, so a good answer to this, give a reason for your answer. This is acceptable because that set was considered during the writing of this joke and it hasn't disappeared. Yeah, let's move on. So, question 12. Sam wrote 10 jokes about how she was really bad at maths. It's just a random name. 6 of them were no good, so she threw them away. How many did she think she had left?
Except for...
Anything except 4. Yeah, that is the answer, yeah. That's very good, yeah. Well done. There are problems with this joke, though. Some people think because it would be unusual for someone to write jokes about maths if they were really bad at maths, wouldn't it? The joke kind of wouldn't work, and which makes people wonder whether this was actually one of the jokes that she wrote and threw away and was somehow found by the GCSE maths jokes examiners, and they put it in not really knowing what they had. Question, any number. Yeah, what are the main problems with this joke? I kind of said that, haven't I? Are there any other problems with this joke?
Sally's not in there.
Yeah, it could do with the Sally, yeah. You can always... Yeah, maybe.
Why is it any number other than 4?
Because 4 is because she's bad at maths. So if she wrote 10 jokes and she threw 6 of them away, she would have 4. And so therefore, if writing the answer 4, it wouldn't be a joke. You get it now, don't you? You see, yeah.
Only if I could count to 10 in the first place.
It's what? Only if she could count to 10 in the first place. Yeah, or 2 if it's binary. She had 2 jokes. It'd be unusual for the joke to change number bases halfway through. They won't do that to you. This is only GCSE. So don't start bringing your A-level techniques to the GCSE exam, because often they're just not acceptable, which is sad if you're too clever for the exam. Question 13. Scott is a surgeon who is also a mathematician. He has to perform surgery on 6 patients whose name begin with B, I, D, M, A, and S. There's a clue there. I don't know whether anybody spots that. How should he decide who should be first? Anyone know? Okay. He followed the correct order of operations. I shouldn't. Oh, no. And did you see the answer? State 2 assumptions you've made in your answer to part A. The surgeon isn't American. Because they don't use bid mass in America. Is everyone familiar with bid mass? If
I can't remember what the I stands for.
Well, yeah, well, nobody can. Well, no, it's the I is the problematic letter. No, it stands for indices.
Oh, right.
Yeah, which means powers. So if the problem was bod mass, wasn't it? Because nobody knew what the O stood for. Order, yeah. Probably. Yeah. So you were probably all taught different things at your school by different teachers who just made up. Because obviously they were maths teachers, they couldn't go and ask somebody and admit that they didn't know what it stood for. But in America, it's not called bid math; it's called PEMDAS or PEDMAS, or it doesn't matter because the division and the multiplication go either way. Yeah. But apparently in other parts of the world, apart from the UK and Ireland and America, they don't even have a word for it. They think this is just kind of easy and it doesn't really mean why would you mess this up? The word is harder than the topic. Anyway, right, so question 14. What did the superstitious mathematician think when he saw a cloud shaped like a division symbol? Nobody knows? Got to learn this one. This could come up, it's straightforward, it's quite easy. Right, okay, the answer is it's a sign. Yeah. It doesn't have to be a division symbol, it could be, sometimes they'll swap it, make it a bit different, like multiplication, same answer. Same answer. Just because they change the symbol, it doesn't, it's just, sometimes I think they change it like for copyright issues, or, sometimes you look at clouds, don't you, and you see things like, I was walking through a field once and I saw this cloud with a face, and my wife said, it's a sheep. It's easily confusable. Obviously, seeing signs in clouds really dates back to the Emperor Constantine in the year 312 when he knew about this. Anyway, any answer? He's the most famous example of this, but any answer, don't mention that in your answer. Any answer that talks about Emperor Constantine just gets no marks. Okay. Question 15. Right. We're halfway through, and I'm not halfway through the question, so here we go. Here is the flag of Switzerland. Hence or otherwise, state 2 good things about living in Switzerland.
Cheese.
Cheese, yes, that does work. This is like Family Fortune, isn't it? Cheese. Oh, firstly, the flag is a big plus. You didn't say that. That is the main answer. That's the one you've got to learn. Not cheese. But you have to put that, right? The 2 good things. The second one could be your own, like cheese. Yeah. Any other reasonable answer is what the mark scheme says. Possible options are cheese. Yeah, neutral. Right, hang on. I've got notes on this in the. If you buy one of these, you'll see all this. Right. One acceptable answer is nice cheese. Excellent healthcare system is acceptable. Swiss bank accounts, somebody put. Right, there are certain things that are not acceptable. Right, don't put these things. Easier access to Toblerones. Right, okay. Right, the reason for that, Toblerones are very easy to find even in the UK. It was examiners considered that living in Switzerland would not give you any significant advantage. Anything to do with cuckoo clocks, don't put that, right? Because it turns out they're actually from Germany. So it doesn't even make sense why you would put that. Military neutrality, yeah, is not allowed. No. Political answers are not allowed as they are a matter of opinion. That's what it says. That's what the board said. No beaches. Can't put that. Some people like beaches. And also other wrong answers. Getting a job at CERN. You can't put that. Living in Switzerland is not a prerequisite for working at CERN. So.
It's also a big plus.
Yeah, it's also. Yeah, it's a big plus. It does. It is. Yeah. Are you paying attention to this? This is. Look, we don't want to be back here next year if you're just doing this class again because you failed your exam again. Because you're on your own really next year. Right. Question 16. A farmer and his dog had 288 sheep in a field. He told a friend he had 300 sheep. Give 2 possible reasons why he may have said this. Okay, right, you need to learn this one. The answer is he had rounded them up. Right. The second reason, any other reasonable answer? So, any other reasonable answers that you can think of?
He gave a guess to a mate.
What? Say it again.
He gave a guess to a mate.
He gave a guess to a mate. Oh, you mean he didn't think they wanted an accurate answer? He was
So
just
gave a guess to mate.
A guess to mate. Oh, I see. Yeah, gave a guess to mate. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think she's getting into the spirit here of maths. This is really, that is the kind of thing that you want to put in the exam. I reckon that would have got the mark, you know. His dog counted them. Yeah, maybe. Right. Question. We've got to speed up a little bit. I'm taking too long here. 2 fours went out to lunch but ordered nothing. Give a likely reason for this. They already ate. State one assumption made in your answer to part A. They aren't particularly concerned about grammar. It doesn't really work, does it? But it is the answer. It is the answer. Question 18. Write down the names of 3 snakes whose names suggest they should be good at maths.
Adder.
Yeah, Mark, what are you going to say? You're going to say adder?
Yeah.
Yeah, adder. Adder is the one that you have to put. Right. Because that is the JO1 joke knowledge part of the course. It's in the book. 2 more though. Good. Yeah, that is the second one. Python. Yeah. That is the standard. And then any other reasonable answer is the next one. Now, someone put my friend's snake, who's named Isaac Newton. You can't name specific snakes that just have the names of mathematicians because the examiner doesn't know if you've made it up, even if it's real. Yeah, okay. So.
Slide rule.
Slide rule. You mean because it slides like a snake? That is good, isn't it? I like that. Yeah, slide rule. Question 19. Why wouldn't a mathematician put 8 pieces of ice into a drink? This is kind of quite mathematical, this one is. No? 8 pieces of ice. It wouldn't work if it was any other number. Because it's a drink.
Something to do with the belt?
Something to do, no, we've had that one. We've had the belt question. Not all questions about the number 8 are to do with belts. Because it's 2 cubed. Yeah. That's it. I'll tell you what it says in the notes, which you can buy this at the end of the show if you want to. The reason why, this is what the examiner said in their report. Ice cubes are often cubed because they are easy to make and easy to stack, and cubes give a good balance between volume and surface area. You knew that, yeah? Ice cubes are usually cubed because they're called ice cubes. If ice cubes weren't cubes, some people may find this confusing. Some people prefer crushed ice, which melts more quickly, cooling the drink quickly. So it would be, this isn't really funny, is it? Generally speaking, ice spheres would possibly be the best all-round solution. This is because spheres are all-round. Question 20. Katie is a mathematician. Last year she went on holiday to Times Square. Where did she go this year and why? Any ideas? Right, sorry?
Cuba.
Cuba, that's good, isn't it? Cuba, I like that. Is it easy to go on holiday to Cuba nowadays? Is it? You just go. I don't know. But really what we're looking for is a place that has two mathematical words in the name of it. Anyone know? Well, apparently the answer is the Division Circle Navigation Center in San Francisco. That is the only other place in the whole world that has two mathematical words in its name. I'm not sure if it's really the kind of place you'd go. I think it's just some kind of hostel. But if that's what you were going for, is your main priority with your holiday was the two mathematical words, you could maybe, sometimes they might ask a bit where you have to come up with your own. So you could put things down like, you could make stuff up like fraction line, which could be like a railway line maybe that you could visit. Vector field, if you're camping. Tangent point, which is a lighthouse. But yeah, just be creative, basically.
Mr. Taylor, is the octagon not allowed?
The octagon, again, like it's just one word, isn't it? It's just be like Cuba.
2 times square.
That's on
Four sides to 8 sides.
Yeah.
Equator circle.
I'm sure all these answers make sense. I'm just... See what I do in class? I just go, yeah. I think you're right. Has anybody else got anything to say here? And then we'll quickly move on to question 21. Right. Why do lots of mathematicians wear glasses? No, the answer is they improve division. Now, sometimes there might be a part B to this about the different types of glasses. Because obviously, short-sighted glasses could improve short division. Long glasses for long-sightedness. If they say that, you have to say improved long division. Why do mathematicians wear varifocals? Polynomial division. Although we don't encourage polynomial division as a method generally. Question 22. An acute angle, an obtuse angle, and a right angle walk into a bar. Which one is the customer?
Right angle.
The right angle, why is that?
Customer's always right.
Because the customer is always right. Yeah, that's correct. Need to learn it. Based on the popular phrase, the customer is always right. Do you know who first is credited with that?
Henry Ford?
No, it's close. It's kind of the same time, but it was Harry Selfridge. Yeah, Harry Selfridge. Selfridge is obviously didn't Selfridges. And Boots didn't sell boots, and they were both the reason why foreigners find English difficult. Bit of English language trivia there. Question 23. The punchline to a maths joke is, because it had too many degrees, suggest two possible setup lines.
Because they had too many singers?
Yeah, the 3 degrees. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you can put something to do with that. We've had things like any two punchlines that make sense and are funny is what the mark scheme says. Obviously, you might think that's a bit of a cop-out, but you just blame the exam board. It's not me. Right. Okay. Yeah, we've had answers like people have put things in the past, like why was the protractor thrown out of university? He already had too many degrees. Yeah. Why couldn't the angle form a tribute act to a 60s female pop trio? That's what was basically. Yeah. Anything like this. It doesn't have to be very funny. It just needs to show that you've got that you understand the basic structures, of how jokes are put together. By the way, if you're thinking you don't understand the basic structures of how jokes are put together and you'd like to learn, the course textbook, Never Explain a Joke, is on sale at the end of the show if you want to. £5.
Why did the student get rid of it? Masters.
Why did it get rid of its what? Masters. Oh right, you mean like a student got so many degrees, he started throwing away his degrees? Yeah, that could work. Let's move on. 24. 2 people knocked on the door of my friend Miles's house. When he answered the door, they said, "Have you thought about changing your name to Kilometres?" A, why did they say this? B, comment on the ethics of this kind of behaviour. Anybody know why they might have said that to him?
Because he's not with metric now.
Because he's not.
Because we're metric now.
Because we're metric, and it's just like a good thing to do nowadays. Change it, yeah, metric, yeah.
I thought it was too imperialistic.
Oh right, yeah, maybe too imperialistic. Yeah, they'd probably give you the mark for these things because you're showing the right kind of thinking. 2 people knocked on his house. Why did they say this? It's because they were trying to convert him. Is the standard answer. Comment on the ethics of this kind of behaviour. What do you think about people knocking on the door of your house and saying, "Can you change your name?" What would you say? Yeah, I don't know. This is generally considered unethical, is what you should put. They're not going to ask you to explain why. Again, this is just GCSE. It's not RE. If it came up in an RE exam, maybe you'd have to put something more than that, but not in the GCSE maths jokes exam. Question 25. Why should you generally not trust people carrying graph paper? 1 mark.
Because they're plotting against you.
Anything to do with plotting. Yeah, that's right. They're always plotting something. That's right. Part B. Give 1 counterexample that proves that this rule may not always be true. Any ideas? Right, things that were acceptable. It's very hard to plot a graph while carrying graph paper, someone wrote. You really need to put the paper down first. Otherwise, how are you able to hold a pencil and a ruler and the paper all at the same time? Got the mark. Now, but don't feel like you need to write an essay for 1 mark. Some people, they write loads, don't they? They write loads and they still get no marks and they've just wasted time. Yeah. Why might the counterexample in part B not be valid? This is really deep, isn't it? Any example from history? Any plotter who... Some people wrote Guy Fawkes because he was a famous plotter. Then they wrote, and Guy Fawkes didn't carry graph paper. But the logic is the wrong way around there, isn't it? The question isn't saying that all plotters carry graph paper. It's saying that all people carry graph paper are plotters. You see the difference? The logic has to be, you get the logic the wrong way, it's wrong. Question 26. Anna finds the following maths joke on the internet. What is a mathematician's favourite ride at a theme park? And the answer was, a roller coaster, because it goes up and down like a graph. Part A. Give one reason why this is a bad joke.
A graph might not necessarily go up.
Yeah, some of them just go up, don't they? We call those increasing functions. There you go.
Not every graph is a sign.
Yeah, and suggest one way the joke could be improved. Change all the words. Maybe. Is the answer to that. Question 27, and we've got 10 minutes left and 9 questions left. Deepika says, the average maths teacher is mean. Give one piece of evidence for and against this belief. Question 27. Right.
I just said most of them were average at best.
Most of them were average at best. Harsh, isn't it? Right, anyway, you could write down The Human Factor, a study of interpersonal warmth among mathematical educators, 1988. That was written specially to refute this claim. Or Teacher Disposition and Student Perception in Secondary Mathematics Classrooms, 2004. Either of those studies. Just got to learn them. So, I'm not sure whether they were for or against. But I think they'll be so impressed if you remember. Just don't say whether you're saying it's for or against. They'll just give you the mark. Because not many students are going to remember that. Question 28. Why do mathematicians get Christmas and Halloween confused? You just got to learn this one. If you don't know this, there's no way you'll work it out. It's because Dec 25 equals Oct 31.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a joke about number bases. It's basically saying 2 times 10 plus 5 is equal to 3 times 8 plus 1. And it's a strange coincidence that they both look like significant dates in the calendar. It's quite clever, isn't it, really? I wish I'd made it up myself. But it's a standard, it's a classic. Give an example of 2 other dates mathematicians get confused and explain why they might get these dates confused. You're not going to come up with anything as good as that. So I wouldn't try. The 4th of October 2025, which is today, and some other day. Usually the mathematicians who said they were going to come to this show and then didn't. Grace wants to buy some improper fractions. What time does the improper fraction shop open on a Wednesday? This is hard, isn't it? Okay, you just got to learn it. It doesn't. It's open 24/7. Now, the idea there, obviously, the improper fraction, you could put something like 5 quarters past 8. Anything that contains an improper fraction is allowed. Or 3 halves past 9. But 5 quarters past 1 would not be acceptable, because that would just be a stupid time for the shop to open, wouldn't it? It's got to be realistic. Question 30. Ian goes out for a pizza. The waiter asks him if he would like his pizza cut into 6 slices or 8. He replies, 6 please, I could never eat 8. How should the waiter respond to this? No, the answer is, of course, and just cut it into 6 slices. Because the waiter, isn't it? It's his job. He's supposed to just, he's just doing it. He doesn't care if the person's stupid, does he? He's just gonna do what he's asked, go away, and then tell all his friends about the idiot over there. Yeah, right. Question 31. A farmer wants to graphically represent the number of sheep he has. Suggest an appropriate graph. A bar chart. Yeah. Right. There are variations on this that you might come across. If it's said to represent the number of cows he has, suggest an appropriate graph. Do you know what that might be?
Pie chart.
No. What is that? What is that?
Steak pie chart.
A steak pie chart. Yeah, I like that. That's good. That would probably be allowed. It's not the traditional answer. The traditional answer is a stem and beef diagram. If they say a farmer wants to graphically represent the number of pigs he has, or she has, suggest an appropriate graph. Pictogram. Just learn it. 32. What is the B short for in the name Benoit B. Mandelbrot? Famous mathematician, mainly made his name in the 1970s for his discovery of the Mandelbrot set. You know this. The answer is Benoit B. Mandelbrot. Nice, good, isn't it? Because the thing he discovered was mathematical structures that, if you zoom in on them, have copies of themselves within themselves. Yeah. The one disappointing thing about this joke, in general though, is that Benoit Mandelbrot didn't actually have a middle name. It was invented purely for the joke. Someone gave him that. His actual name, full name, was just Benoit Mandelbrot. So really, it's what Adam Bloom on his book calls a virtual joke. It's not really a joke. We're laughing at something that isn't really true. But obviously, if you want to learn about joke writing, there's the course text. Only £5. Only £5. Question 33. We're getting near the end now. Why are Toblerones triangular? Do we know this? This is a classic maths joke. Do we know? No? It's so they fit in the box. You're not allowed to put any of the real answers, like looking like the Matterhorn mountain, get your no marks, brand differentiation. It's not allowed. Easy portioning, some people put. No, you can't put that. Question 34. What is a mathematician's idea of a good holiday in Wales?
10B.
10B. Right. That is an acceptable answer. Yeah, there is another answer as well. Do we know? Angle C? If the question mentions geometry or trigonometry at all, that's the answer that you have to put. The other one is 10B plus C. Yeah. Math jokes. If the question mentions algebra and you put angle C, you're taking a risk. So really you should know both. Oh no, you have the answers on that one. Why did 4 not go out in the dark? Because he was too scared. Why is that the answer? Let's pretend this is a joke analysis question. Yeah, because 4 is 2 squared. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, this is nearly the end of the lesson, and it's gone really quickly from my point of view. I don't know about you. So, what else have I got on here? So, I hope you all do well in your exam when you take it. Obviously, the GCSE Maths Jokes exam isn't in July, it's in January, isn't it? Because being a jokes exam, they wanted to put it at a funny time. And so it's almost time to go. I'll just mention a few things. This show, oh, that's the end of the revision class, yeah. I've got no idea what's on this slideshow. You're getting that impression as we go along. I actually made this slideshow, but I don't know what's on it. Yeah, do you have any money? Now, I'm not very good at asking people to pay me money at the end of a show, because you don't tend to do that at the end of a lesson, do you? If I was in school. I mean, I work in a school where they all say, "Bye, sir," which is nice, or "Thanks for the lesson," but none of them actually give me any money. So I've made a flow chart. Look, do you have any money? If the answer is no, that's fine, thanks for coming. If the answer is yes, The suggested donation for a festival show is about £5, but it's really up to you. Cash or card is fine. Now, I've said that. What I really mean by that is cash, really. Because I don't have a card reader. I'm old, I don't have a card reader. How do these card reader things work? The question is, do you like reading? If the answer is yes, I'm also selling several books for the bargain price of £5 each. They would make a good souvenir of the show if you enjoyed it. Those are the ones I have with me. The book about maths words. I have the revision guide that goes with the course. I have a book about how to write jokes, and I have another book there that's like a proper maths book. It's actually about maths for people who really like maths. I don't sell many of those. In fact, I think I only ordered 3. And I thought that was optimistic. And I've still got 3 at the moment. Anyway, look, thanks very much for coming, and good luck in your exams.
That show was part of the Birmingham Comedy Festival. There are shows that are happening for the rest. There's a couple more shows here today. There's a load of shows tomorrow. There's shows throughout the weekend, and there's a load of stuff next weekend.
How do you think that went?
I think it went okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think it went well.
Yeah. I'm just a bit annoyed because I think I missed a joke.
What joke?
You know, when I was doing the question about the 300 sheep, but the farmer said there were 288, and it's why was that?
Because you rounded them up.
Yeah, because you rounded them
Yeah.
up. The question was why, and someone shouted out, because the dog counted them.
And what did you say?
I just said, yeah, maybe, or something like that.
Well, that got a laugh.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
That's okay then. Yeah, maybe it's a funny line, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe.
I see what you mean. It's not really very funny.
It's not, is it? It's not funny.
No.
No.
So what's the better line?
The better line is someone says the dog counted them, and I just say, so it's just a rough estimate.
Yeah, that is better.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, I'm annoyed that I didn't think of it.
I mean, you're under pressure. I just wouldn't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah, but Lee Mack would have thought of it.
Lee Mack might not have thought of it.
He would definitely have thought of it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, see, that's not a funny line, is it?
Well, people laughed, right?
But is that how we decide if something's funny? Like whether people laugh or not?
I'm not sure.
Didn't I write about this in my book, Never Explain a Joke, which you can
This
get?
is true.
I did, didn't I? Obviously, I didn't write about it in this book, in the one with the maths words in. This is just full of maths words. I didn't. So yeah, I didn't. So I didn't write about it in my book, Lagrange's four-square theorem either.
Yeah, I mean, what would that doesn't make any
No, it would
any
make
sense.
no sense at all. Yeah, no. So even though the show did go well, this is always going to bother me.
Yeah, but you never know. People might not have laughed at it. They just might have thought it was a silly joke that, you know, wasn't very good.
I suppose I never know unless I try that out at another show.
You mean like going to the trouble of arranging a show,
Yeah.
promoting it, selling tickets, just so you can do that bit again?
Yeah, making a poster, booking
Yeah.
the other acts.
Sorting out the lighting.
Yeah, booking the hall.
Yeah, charging your microphones.
Yeah, charging the microphones. Yeah, that's annoying, isn't it? Yeah.
Laying out the seats as well.
Getting the staff.
Yeah. Printing
Yeah.
extra flyers for other shows.
Yeah, getting
Updating the website.
updating the website. This would be a lot of effort. wouldn't it?
Editing your photos.
Just to know whether this was joke would be better. You'd be mad, wouldn't I? I'd be mad to do that. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, that'd be mad.
No, definitely not.
But you need someone, and then you need someone to shout out.
Yeah, then I
the
need
line,
someone to shout out the line
exact moment
at the right moment.
about the dog counting them.
Yeah, I'd need someone who could. Yeah, you could do that then.
I mean, it seems like a lot of work.
But then we would know whether that joke was better or not.
But I think you could live with yourself knowing that you don't know.
I'm not sure I could. I'm not sure I could live. I need to know.
Well,
whether
then
that
that's.
joke would be-
I don't think we should do it though. Unless you think we should do it.
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't do
Think
it.
of the chairs. Put it on the chairs. I've got a pinched nerve.
Yeah,
We shouldn't do it. We shouldn't
no,
do
let's
it.
not do it.
No, I mean, we could do it, but I think it'd be crazy to set that up and then not do it. But no, let's not do it.
Anybody know why, even though he had 288 sheep, he might have said he had 300?
Is it because the dog counted them?
The dog counted them,
Yeah.
so it's like a rough estimate. I had to do it.